Hey Mushroom people, I have some new comic reviews. I'm going to start posting them a little bit more often. I apologize for taking so long. I've been busy. Stuff happens. It's brought to you by Red Knight, the comic book I publish, damn it. It's published through Primal Paper Comics. You can get it either at the Manos Publishing at Etsy.com or at primalpapercomics.com. If you go to Primal Paper Comics, what's cool is you can either download it for 99 cents or check out some of the other awesome Primal Paper comic titles. I highly recommend doing so. They're all really good. Now, what are we doing here? We got some comic books. I got a couple from previous week, and I think maybe 2 weeks old is this one. But I have some stuff from this week as well. So let's get going. Issue 4 of X-Men by Brian Wood and David Lopez. And this is kind of sort of an epilogue to the first 3-issue arc, where we have 2 plot lines going on. One an action story, one a character story, which I actually kind of like the juxtapose of those. The juxtapose of the Jubilee story, and Jubilee and Wolverine are hanging out in Santa Monica, actually. It seems like Jubilee is revisiting her past, revisiting her childhood, one last time before she kind of takes on adulthood, now that she's adopted her the baby. And it's kind of nice. They're both like old friends. He's kind of almost a father figure to her. And what's cool is they go to, they visit her old home. They visit the mall that she used to hang out at with a teenager, which I think is the same mall. I didn't read that issue, but it's the mall that she was discovered in X-Men. I think, if I'm not mistaken, those hardcore X-Men fans can maybe let me in on this. I think she was at a mall and she was attacked by Sentinels, or the Marauders. Excuse me, the Marauders. God, has it been the fall of the mutants? Been that long? Anyway, they're talking about what they're going to do with the rest of her life. Over here with the rest of the team, everybody else, Storm, Psylocke, Kitty, and Rachel Summers, and Rogue are trying to rescue a plane that is on its way of crashing, and they're doing their best to keep it from falling. That's when Storm and Rachel Summers has a short discussion, like, who the fuck put you in charge? I put me in charge. Essentially, this version of this X-Men team is kind of an impromptu team, and they're still kind of figuring out what's what and who's in charge, and what the whole priority is. And Rachel Summers kind of wants to know, like, who's in charge here? What do you, are you suddenly in charge? Which, frankly, Storm has been in charge of an X-Men team in the past, and she's one of the prime. Well, let's see, her, Rachel Summers, Kitty, they're all like important people at the school, so I guess Rachel Summers would have that question, like, why you? Well, she's been a team leader, so I don't think that's much of a problem. I mean, Rogue has been a team leader too, actually. But anyway, she's taken charge, and it's quite a cool little action story of trying to save these people on this plane. And I think both Jubilee and Storm have kind of found their places during this issue. There's also a really touching moment where Wolverine asks Jubilee if she wants to buy that house that she grew up in. She's like, nah, it's not really, nah. And while she's asleep, he buys it and doesn't tell her, and is going to keep it until maybe she's ready for it. That's actually a really sweet moment. And what I think I really found pretty delightful about this story is this is the most I've ever seen Wolverine smile, I think, in one issue. I don't think I've seen him smile this much in like 10 years. It's nice. I liked it. I'm going to give this 5 RAM chips. I've been digging this series a lot. This is a nice calm before the storm with a plane crash story you could find. This is the kind of thing I think the X-Men books used to be good at before everything had to be Terminator 2 all the time. Check it out. Oh, and hey, speaking of X-Men, here is #1 of X-Men Battle of the Atom. is this story. Now, this is by Brian Michael Bendis, and let's see, who did the art here? Frank Cho, with Stuart Aminum and Wade Van Garsbadger. Anyway, Magic sees something in the future, which gets her worried. So she obviously goes back to Cyclops to tell him what's going on. We had a nice rundown, a basic explanation of what's going on in the X-Men universe right now, which actually, when you think about it, isn't really too hard to decipher. Anyway, there is this woman running amok in Phoenix. Iceman has a hilarious line about Phoenix, by the way. I'm not going to spoil it, but I recommend reading that panel. So, Kitty Pryde takes the X-Men to go defeat her and her monster. She apparently has this mutant ability to create monsters. She had been like a juvenile, she got in a lot of trouble, and she realized she was a mutant. So she started like taking her anger out on the city with her monster mind creations. While they're trying to calm her down, the Sentinels attack, who have been pretty attacky lately. So a battle assumes. Kitty and Cyclops, adult present-day Cyclops, kind of take charge, and they team up, and they kick the crap out of these Sentinels. However, once everybody thinks everything is done, one of the Sentinels shoots past young Cyclops, almost killing both him and present day, but thankfully he's saved by one of the team members of the Uncanny Team. Therefore, that brings this very, very logical argument that, you know what, maybe we should send these guys back. I don't care if they want to stay. They need to go back. This is incredibly dangerous. But before they do, something kooky fun happens. And I won't give away exactly what that is, but it's awesome and kind of hilarious, too, when you think about it. I dug this issue. First off, the art is just beautiful. And I have to admit, seeing Kitty Pryde, who is now an adult, leading the original X-Men is quite awesome, actually. It's awe-inspiring. I really dig Kitty, and I can see why she had such a huge fan base in the 80s. Love this issue a lot. I am this close to being a hardcore X-Men guy, like buying like most of the titles. I'm really getting close. I might be dropping some titles to make room, so you might see a lot more X-Men reviews from me. I know. I'm not reading Batman, and I'm reading all the X-Men books. I'm as surprised as you are, folks. 5 RAM chips. Well worth the price. Go check it out. Now, we go to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's hard to not sing that. Anyway, this is by the usual gang. Kevin Eastman, Bobby Kudrow, Tom Waltz, with layouts by Kevin Eastman. Oh, I didn't even know that. With art by Mattis Santalocco, who is a fantastic artist. Oh my god. This is I guess we're in the middle of the City Fall story. Anyway, Kurari is kind of irritated how Leonardo is pretty much stealing her thunder as Shredder's number 2. She doesn't trust him because he could wake up out of that brainwash spell at any minute. I'm not sure why. I appreciate having your worst enemy's son be your number 2. I could understand the cruel irony of that, but I kind of agree with her. This is kind of a bad idea. And she also is kind of jealous because he's basically stolen her position. Anyway, we're learning a few things about not just her and Casey Jones' dad, actually. I was really surprised by this reveal that he has some huge tattoo on his back. He may have been connected to one of these ninja crime school gangs previously. It's probably why he's so like awful and a drunk and a child beater. So I'm curious to find out more about that. And this one also has another awesome reveal at the end. It's one I can assure you, you longtime Ninja Turtle fans have been waiting to see. Happens at the end of this issue. Wow, City Fall is great. Each story arc in this series has just been better than the previous ones, and they have not been let down. It's just been fantastic watching this series build. 5 RAM chips. And last but not least, Invincible over at Image. This is issue 105, and this is by Robert Kirkman and Ryan Oatley. This is another kind of calm before the storm story. With Invincible, his wife Adam, his parents also going through kind of this period where they're thinking, you know, where we are now, what's coming up next. His father, of course, is now taken over as king of this alien world, and he's trying to change it from within, or from the top, or something like that. Because, you know, it was an evil dictatorship empire, and he is the rightful ruler now, so he's trying to do his best to change it. And meanwhile, Invincible is trying to kind of figure out fatherhood. Boy, those are really different problems, aren't they? The art is just beautiful. The characterization by Kirkman is just great. What I love about Kirkman is he's able to throw in ridiculous, cool action sequences, pure superhero stuff, and then have like really small, quiet scenes. I cannot believe I have gone 100 issues without reading this book. I think it's fantastic. And I recommend not just checking out this issue, but just go back and pick up the trades, pick up the back issues. I'm starting to try and, let's see, where is that? It's I'm trying to catch up myself, so I got a lot of reading to do in the near future. So get this one too. This is a nice, quiet one. I'm going to give this a strong 4 Ram chips. Love this book a lot. I think that's it. Don't forget to check out the links below if you want to read Red Knight. Issue 7, by the way, is coming up in January. I'll be doing another video discussing that. Oh, and one more announcement, actually, since I got your attention. You're still watching, right? Okay, cool. I am going to be doing a Indiegogo fundraiser for Red Knight. The question I keep getting from Second One is, when's the trade coming out? Well, the trade's coming out. I'm working on a trade right now. I'm going to have a lot of cool crap in it, and some of that's requiring money. So I am going to be doing a Indiegogo Kickstarter so I can afford that without selling teeth or blood or whatever you need to do these days. And I'll be talking more about that soon. But until then, push the button, Lindsay.